Hello everyone, I'm Ray Crawford. Villanova and Wisconsin are the only top 10 ranked teams not playing over the weekend, but the schedule is not lacking of compelling matchups involving some of the nation's top teams. Here to preview a couple of them for us, the coach, Digger Phelps. And Digger, Kentucky needed double overtime to win their last road game at Texas A&M. Does Alabama have what it takes to trip them up on Saturday?
I think Alabama's a tough team. They jumped out 20-5 when they had UCLA at home. Levi Rudolph is the guy that can get them going offensively, but Kentucky's got to have Aaron Harrison shooting his threes. I mean, with consistency. Finally, against Missouri, goes 5 for 7. But when you look at Karl Anthony Towns and Willie Cauley-Stein, stay out of foul trouble, control points in the paint, rebound block shots. Kentucky does this, they should win on the road at Alabama.
We've got two Hall of Fame coaches who square off in Louisville Saturday. And up until last weekend, no team had scored more than 73 points against Duke, but then they gave up 87 and 90 in the last two losses. Where are they falling short on defense?
Well, they're not slapping that floor, which is a defensive signal for those Duke guys when they play at Cameron. More importantly, I feel they may have to play some zone. They may have to pack it in. I think the freshmen are struggling learning defensive concepts against the man-to-man. But on the other side of it, if they shoot less threes, they are 13 for 45 shooting threes their last two games. More drive penetration, making sure they put themselves in a position to do what? Get points in the paint, get on the glass, get on a position where you're making free throws. I think Duke then can get things going offensively. Louisville on the other side comes down to Montrezl Harrell. He's got to get a double-double. In their loss at North Carolina and his loss to Kentucky, he did not have double-doubles on points or rebounds. Without him getting points in the paint and controlling the boards, Louisville has a problem.
All right, in the Big Ten, number 14, Maryland hosts Michigan State. What will you be looking for in that game?
I feel Michigan State's looking for a payback after that double overtime loss when they lost at Lansing. But more importantly, it comes down to Brandon Dawson. He's got to have a big double-double. And I think Trice, if he gets the assist like the 10 assists he had against Northwestern, he can generate their offense. But Des Wells back and healthy. Maryland Terps are really good. They're fighting to stay in first place. When you look at now with Wisconsin banged up, Maryland's the team to beat now in the Big Ten.
As Kansas head coach Bill Self has won more games in January than any other month, what must they do to beat Iowa State and hang on to first in the Big 12?
Have that consistency they had the other night when you look at five guys playing well together offensively. Yes, they're unbeaten. Yes, they're Big 12 defending champions. But Iowa State, with Niang and company, they're going to be tough. They're coming off a loss at Baylor. But more importantly to me, Perry Ellis has got to control Cliff Alexander. Those two guys control the points in the paint, control the boards. Then they're in a position to win this game playing on the road.
In the Pac-12, we've got Arizona hosting Utah. The Wildcats began the week with a 30-game home winning streak. Do the Utes stand a chance in Tucson?
Well, Delon Wright's got to have everybody focus on that Utah team. This is a game that Arizona's waiting for. Why? T.J. McConnell is a great quarterback. They lost at Oregon State last weekend. They know now that Utah's in first place. They got to knock them off to get back in that credibility of making them what? Maybe a Final Four team, Arizona, when they're healthy and stay in a position of offense and defense. I think Arizona wins this game against Utah.
And Utah just 1-2 against ranked opponents this year. We'll see what happens Saturday. Digger, thanks as always. College basketball has seen its share of top players go down to injury this season, but Digger tells us why he thinks it's a bigger issue for the game of college basketball. Check out the video on CampusInsiders.com.